So things are bubbling up very nicely on what is undoubtedly another one of football's genuine red-letter days. Here comes the ultimate white-knuckle ride on the emotional roller coaster. So all aboard. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
भाई जब खेलना नहीं है तब किस लिए ज्वाइन करते हो भाई? हाँ यार, जब खेलना नहीं है तब किस लिए ज्वाइन करते हो भाई? ऐसा हमको बंदा नहीं चाहिए भाई।
So things are bubbling up very nicely on what is undoubtedly another one of football's genuine red letter days. Here comes the ultimate white knuckle ride on the emotional roller coaster. So all aboard. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And we're underway. Well, it's a formation, this, Jim, with a packed midfield, isn't it?
Yeah, and it allows for a lot of flexibility, Peter. You know, combative without the ball, expansive with it. It's a system that's naturally going to ask an awful lot from your central striker, but also for anyone positioned out wide. You're the key supply route, and at the same time, the defensive cover. So, effectively, you're the...
Oh, he's one-on-one! Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's really nicely played. Suarez is flagged offside. Aims beyond the defence. Suarez! Superb from Suarez!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Madrid finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And he will chance! It's hit the upright. And he should have made them pay.
Well, that comes down as wasteful again. The pass broke the line, and the finish, I think, broke a few hearts.
He's found the way through. And the finish! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Suarez deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
He is through here. Oh, super chance for a shot! And that's a tiny finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Arsenal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And it's made its way to him.
Madrid are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Shot could be... Goes for a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say.
Can he finish? Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Asensio. Alexander-Arnold. It's Bellingham. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? And they're quick to get it back. Oh, it's come loose. Now, can they get him away? Decent chance! They've got to be quick to recover this. White. Saka. Now it's Odegaard. And he's in on goal. Oh, shooting chance! And And he should have made it 4.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. And we have our very first corner. He'll try from distance. It's loose. He's gone for goal. That was quite a test for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
This possibly the last play of the half. Getting up there! It's bounced back off the post. And that's it.
Please be made aware that smoking is only permitted in designated areas.
Well, it's bubbling up very nicely here. A true showbiz occasion reserved for the football glitterati. And you wonder what its protagonists have up their sleeves. It feels like the only game. It's all about the here and the now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Both teams, Jim, eyeing the ultimate prize here. Unerring focus and determination in all of those eyes.
Bringing back memories for me, Peter. A chance to have your name in the club's history. Having had the privilege of experiencing this a fair few times in my own career, there really is nothing that compares. Once you get there, you want to keep coming back. I still feel... Chance!
And he should have made them pay.
Gyökeres has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
And we have our very first corner. And he's taking no chances there. And that should get the job done. He's having a pop! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, he doesn't have hit a clean strike. The moment he was in that position, you knew he was going to smash it.
acute ball now. How can he reach it? Bellingham receives it in a wide... And a chance! Goal! And the deadlock is broken in the final. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that.
That's rather hopeful. That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, he went with real power then when something dainty and subtle was called for. Arsenal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Odegaard. That's good running with the ball. Odegaard! A real chance and a real let-off.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Tries to pass it through. Well, that's well spotted. Looking for the run. Valverde picks it up out wide. That's going across goal. Bellingham finds himself offside.
Madrid really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Driving on and making good progress. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, important interception. Chouameni. It's not an especially good pass, that. Carreras. Valverde. Carreras. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's fabulous. And that is well cleared. And he's there to retrieve it. Played out wide. Odegaard. Looking for options for movement. And he's gone backward here. And the shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Arsenal certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Now it's Odegaard. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, that was vital. Rodrigo. Great vision. And he's worked it through. Shot could... He's had a shot! And he hits the net! And there's the goal they've been looking for. That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a double. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
There will be 3 minutes.
Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up. You can... And we have breezed through the first half of the final.
I'm afraid to tell you.
Sochin Beglin halfway through. What are your thoughts for the final so far?
Well, this team have been ordinary, just not getting anywhere near as much out of the game as their opposition in the way they've set up to play it. So things are going to have to change, Peter, and pretty quickly.
Half-time then, just 45 minutes between us and the climax of it all. Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 11, Gabriel Martinelli.
And we're up and running.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Chance for a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He looked so composed until the moment he pulled the trigger. I still think he can't believe he didn't put it away.
That's been cut out, well played. Bruno Guimaraes. Arsenal do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Bellingham couldn't squeeze it through. Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape.
He's having a hit! That was mighty close.
And that's exactly the type of adventure we want to see in a final two, Peter, and it's a pity it didn't cause the net to bulge.
And it's Ødegaard, played through into space. Bruno Guimaraes in acres of space out wide. Oh, good! It's hit the crossbar! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Now that looks a decent ball. Goes for a shot! You just cannot stop him! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats. Oh, he's having a go! And a neat finish! They're back within reach! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So could they be onto something here? He's found a way through. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Arsenal are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Now it's Rodrigo. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Predicament ever more urgent with every passing minute.
Yeah, I think the question is becoming, do you have a point of difference in that team? Someone who can make that change.
Ødegaard. Now it's Mbappe. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Gyökeres. He's being urged to shoot. Madrid needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
What a hit! The save was firm.
Arsenal are showing good urgency, but they have to place more emphasis on service into the box.
That has been cut short. And it's Ødegaard. Now it's Havertz.
Gyökeres really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to
shot a goal! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And that's a good finish. Late drama, late goal! This will be one frantic ending. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Arsenal give themselves a chance of a... Havertz! It's off target and by quite a way. And that's that. So these are our winners. A word for the vanquished who played more than their part in this competition.
Hello everyone, and welcome to today's match.
Well, they all know what's coming. Hope, expectation, euphoria, or trauma and tumult. Yet the people stand with their team, come what may. This is what they're here for. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Things already rolling.
In Paul's goals, we have a player who can pull all the strings in midfield. One of England's best ever.
So unsung, but utterly appreciated by those he plays with.
Yeah, simply a master of passing, Peter. His ability to know what's going on around him at any given time makes him such a clever and hugely capable danger in this team.
Now it's Rooney. Now it's Thiago. Great vision. That ball looks a good one. Belletti, driven in. It's bounced back off the post. That's put paid to the danger. Belletti. And here's Yamal. Yamal! Oh, brilliant from Yamal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Marseille finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, played through for the wide man. Scholes.
Marseille are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Well, the idea was a good one, the execution of it not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. No, that's been intercepted.
Santa Fe de Bogota really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Now it's Aubameyang. Now it's Aubameyang. And he's quick to get rid. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Now it's Yamal. And it's Scholes. It's Scholes! And we have our very first corner. And he's taking no chances there. Marseille are looking to go forward now. We can run onto that. And the shot! Marseille restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Have been indicated.
Belletti. Yamal receives it in a good position. Yamal! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time.
Hello, everyone.
So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. We'll do it back on the first 45 minutes.
Marseille really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
So all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. So once again, we're underway. De Jong. And it's Amadou Onana. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Grimaldo, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. De Jong, but that has not gone well. That has ended up in no man's land. Rice, this is a promising build-up. And it's hoisted clear. And it's De Jong. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came.
Real chance! And that is quite wonderful! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both.
He's had a shot! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Substitution for Marseille, number 14.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here, and the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
Knocks it into space, and the through ball. It's Aguero! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Aguero clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Pass somewhat off target. Tries to play it through. That ball looks a good one.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Santa Fe de Bogota really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Substitution for Marseille, number 11, Frenkie de Jong. Coming on the field is number 19.
Marseille will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Space for him to turn and look. It's a throw-in. Thiago. Yamal is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Onana. Camavinga. Another pass just keeps it ticking over.
Marseille really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
And it's come back out to him. Aguero is flagged offside. Baresi. And he's managed to get free.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So the winner's bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective. Well, it's bubbling up very nicely here. A true showbiz occasion reserved for the football glitterati. And you wonder what its protagonists have up their sleeves. It feels like the only game. It's all about the here and the now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Both teams, Jim, eyeing the ultimate prize here. It's Aguero! Now, who's going to be first to this? More and more pressure on the ball here. Gehi promptly onto that, and that is that. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Peter. It's his pace that's his main attribute, especially over those first few yards, where he just seems to glide away from defenders, gets himself into great positions, and likes to hit it hard and nice and early. That's a horrible combination for any defence that's trying to deal with him, I can tell you that.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. And he scores! It's offside, I think. Yes, it is offside.
The decision came a little late because the referee initially didn't see the assistance flag, but it's the right call.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. And they're back on the ball again. Milan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And smartly reclaimed. Ambitious ball here. That's been slipped through. Cristiano Ronaldo! Denied by an instinctive save.
Cristiano Ronaldo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Getting up there! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Eto'o certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
De Bruyne. Messi is onto it in a flash. Pass somewhat off target. Looking for the run. Great ball if he can get there. Chance! Goal! Marseille! Crucial game, crucial goal, crucial lead. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment. Can he finish? It's a goal! And he has clawed them back into it.
The goal scored for AC
That
Milan.
is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Milan restore parity.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
De Jong. Here's Onana. Rice. Messi. Aubameyang. And that was very necessary. That's an excellent interception. That looks a cracking ball. Onana. Just past the 40th minute mark. Messi. Roberto Carlos. De Bruyne. Oh, easy pickings there. De Jong. And it's
There
Messi.
will be 3 minutes at a time.
Kukçu. Eto'o. Chance here to counter. And he was quick to react. So we are halfway through this final. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we reach the halfway point. What does Jim Beglin have to offer at this stage?
Well, I think we're getting the final many would have hoped for, Peter, with both teams doing their part to make this a very entertaining watch. I don't see too many unhappy faces about, and I think, you know, we have a lot to expect in the second half.
So it's half-time in the grand finale. Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. The whistle goes, we're off and running. So we're all set for a tense second half of this final. And this is Eto. Tries a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. De Jong. Kukçu is the team's great visionary.
Eto really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Rice is onto this. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. He's having a pop! That was superb goalkeeping.
Onana clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Maldini. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Onana. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rice. And it's De Jong. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Now he's got space here. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Cristiano Ronaldo. Rice. And Koundé. Gehi. This is a promising build-up. Maldini.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
De Jong. And it's Grimaldo. And it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, that's nice. In by Messi. And he's taking no chances there. Aubameyang! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Substitution for Marseille, number 14.
Marseille choosing to make the first change.
Well, at least they're doing their utmost to win it. Whether it works out or not, it is the right decision at this stage.
Marco van Basten. Number 19, Eduardo Camavinga.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And this is Ronaldo.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Deep into stoppage time. Now it's Van Basten. Now it's Aguero. No, that's been intercepted. So deadlock, and this is heading to spot kicks. So there was to be no definitive result.
Well, it was a pretty engaging game that flew by. The separation now is left to penalties.
Well, we all know what is coming, and for some it may be too much. It is utterly unbearable. So, the final act of the final. Mbappe to go first. Oh, great save! That is a great save!
Well, I think the keeper did very well to stay upright until the very end.
Van Basten is engaging in a bit of mind games before stepping up.
That was an aggressive success. I think he instinctively knew the keeper was going to move.
Milan are looking to keep pace here. Pings it into the bottom corner.
Well, you can't approach a penalty with any doubt, or you'll have to rely on luck.
So on to the second man. Oh, you're not going to save that.
Looks like he's done it 1,000 times. Never looked like missing.
This turn to level matters. Made it look easy.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
Aguero is third in line.
The keeper was never going to stop that. Well, if you have any doubts, that's what you do to conquer it.
This for parity. Oh, sent him the wrong way.
Good penalty. The keeper might have done him a favour in committing just a bit early.
So the fourth man in line walking up to the spot. Great penalty, outwitted the keeper.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
He must, but can he? He has saved it, and he has won it! Marseille have done it. This very much a day to savour for them, a team effort yielding another trophy. Some time now for the players to celebrate and let it all sink in before the upcoming ceremony. So on to...
Hello everyone, and welcome to today's match.
Well, they all know what's coming. Hope, expectation, euphoria, or trauma and tumult. Yet the people stand with their team, come what may. This is what they're here for. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle.
It's rare for me to look at a fullback as a potential match winner, Peter, but with Roberto Carlos, I can make an exception.
He's not a defender at all, is he? He's a winger more than that.
Exactly, the Brazilian Express, up and down the line all the time, and a taker of audacious free kicks.
Costa has alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Played through into space. Now the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Keane. Now that looks a decent ball. Rafinha picks it up out wide. Chance for a shot! Vinicius Junior. That is ended up in no man's land. Excellent challenge there. Rafinha! Brilliant from Rafinha! A finish of true class! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead.
After 29 minutes.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Rafinha.
Paris Saint-Germain have taken the lead.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
That's the keeper's ball.
Paris Saint-Germain really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Haaland shapes to shoot! Sensational from Haaland! About as smooth as it gets. Barcelona are back in business.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Barcelona restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week.
He's had a shot! What a wonderful goal! Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
That's the end of the first 45. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Paris Saint-Germain are 2-1, but they're very much in the balance here. Down to business again. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. That's a little off target. Now it's Gavi. Distributed tidily. Schneider. Nedved. Oh, nicely intercepted. Looking to play him in. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Romero kept his eye on it, and he's there. And here's Haaland, and it's Nedved. Looking for options for movement. Shot a goal! And yes, it's there! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So again, we have parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Romero clears. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Caicedo. So not long left in this now. It does seem that we are headed for penalties.
Barcelona really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Played out towards the right wing. Schneider. Another pass, just... It's Costa! Goal! Barcelona! And the comeback is complete! That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Barcelona with the lead.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Bops him off it and wins back the ball.
Paris Saint-Germain really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And he is going into that little black book.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Full added minutes have been indicated.
Now, can they get him away? Romero cuts it out. Ferdinand. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. And that will be it. Barcelona have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Barcelona really were never under any serious threat of losing. Ultimately, it's a case of a win under their belt and crack on with the next round.
So this is the one we've all been waiting for, the crowd embracing the ultimate game in the competition, the ultimate date with destiny for their teams, as one of the game's most sought-after pieces of silverware is within their reach. No shortage of glitz or glamour, and fitting that the final chapter to what has been a great footballing saga should feel as it does here. Let us be treated to a grand finale. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Oh, he's been caught on it here, and he's managed to get free. Oh, good effort! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of...
He's having a pop! Big chance! There it is!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Well, the ball was there to be hit, Peter, but wow, even so, that's never easy. Everything has to be perfect for that to come off.
The Netherlands are already chasing the game. Takes a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Messi! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
That has ended up in no man's land. Rummenigge. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's the keeper's ball.
The Netherlands are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Diego Costa. And he cuts out the supply.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, shooting chance! Caicedo attempts a clearance. And the pass is intercepted. Now, can they get him away? Quick look, then plays it in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And that's a throw-in. Roberto Carlos goes sliding in. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And now they can spring out of defence. Great defending, strong and determined. Caicedo has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. So we are halfway through this final. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. So 45 minutes up. What are you thinking of the final to this point, Jim?
Well, this team have been ordinary, just not getting anywhere near as much out of the game as their opposition in the way they've set up to play it. So things are going to have to change, Peter, and pretty quickly.
So it's half-time in the grand finale. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Substitution for Netherlands, number 18, Pierre Aubameyang.
And we're up and running.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Kylian Mbappe, number 17.
No, that's been intercepted. Messi. Terrific effort! Oh, the ball's run loose. Oh, what has happened here? There's the shot! Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. This looks promising. That's a shade optimistic. Caicedo. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
And that is expertly dealt with. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. He's a sharp little ball here. Hangs one in. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
The Netherlands really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Messi picks it up out wide. It's Still not a lot in this final. This is far from done.
Well, one mistake, one lucky break, that's all it takes to change everything. Both sides are still...
That could spell trouble. He's having a shot! And that's in! And with time ebbing away, we are back where we started.
Yeah, I always felt that this was going to be tight, as finals inevitably are. I'm sure we'll see plenty of twists and turns before we're done here, Peter.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
The Netherlands are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So they have it all to do again.
The Netherlands really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
There will be 1 minute.
Great ball, and he's in here. Mbappe! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he couldn't get hold of it.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Punched away. So deadlock, and this is heading to spot kicks. So, by accident or design, neither team is giving way.
Well, both managers would have preferred not to go this far, but here we are. It's about nerve control now.
So it is that dreaded time, the time you realise that only penalties can decide it. So it comes down to this, 5 penalties each. Messi is first to take the long walk. Denied! He's made the save!
Oh, he never looked comfortable over that, did he?
Messi is the next to run the gauntlet.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do there and executed it perfectly.
The Netherlands are looking to him to tie things up. No, he's hit it right at the goalkeeper.
Well, in trying to get clever, that ended up being too comfortable for the keeper.
Barcelona with this chance to pull 2 clear. Of course, 2 up.
A great position now, but still work to be done.
The Netherlands really cannot miss this. Oh, it's saved! Straight at the keeper.
Well, that's about as tame as they come, Peter. Couldn't have been any easier for the keeper.
Buffon must save this. It is that simple. Barcelona have done it. This very much a day to savour for them, a team effort yielding another trophy. Some time now for the players to celebrate and let it all sink in before the upcoming ceremony. So on to centre stage come the central characters, the individuals who, as a team, blended into champions, and this is their moment.
Turn your attention to the screen for information provided by the local police.
So things are bubbling up very nicely on what is undoubtedly another one of football's genuine red-letter days. Here comes the ultimate white-knuckle ride on the emotional roller coaster. So all aboard. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And we're underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, I think this guy, Gavi, is someone who really does show his Catalan pedigree, Peter.
But he's in one-on-one. Great chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Tacho can clear it away. Now it's Neves. Can he get it through? It's played through for him. And he's managed to get free. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. João Neves was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And he's quick to get rid. And they've got a throw. Oh, shooting chance! And again! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Rising over the bar.
The moans and groans are predictable. He felt compelled to try.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. It's gone out for a throw-in. Yep, it's a corner. And we have our very first corner. Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
He's in a good position here. It's Dembele! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Oh, good finish! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
So that's two now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Barcelona do have a chance to counter here. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. No second thought, a straight red card. Paris Saint-Germain are down to 10 men.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
So a chance here, what can they make of it? A real chance then to ease this unpleasant predicament.
Coming on to replace him is number 21.
It's hit the crossbar. It's a goal. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Barcelona cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
There will be a throw-in. And he's managed to gift it back. Chesney can clear it away. Eric Garcia cuts out the pass. De Jong. Balde. Rafinha. Pedri. And they've got rid. Kvaratskhelia is onto this. Bernal.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
Tries to pass it through. Dembele providing an outlet on that flank.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Great ball, and he's in here. Well, now it's a race for the ball. That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 21, Frenkie de Jong. Coming on
So the action
field is
resumes.
Number 5.
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Toss to the back post. And he gets rid in a hurry. Vitinha does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Well, that looks a decent ball. Barcelona different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Balde getting this one clear. No way through. Araujo. Barcelona needing a change of fortune here. Great defending, strong and determined. He has found the way through. Oh, such a clever touch. Almost an hour gone.
Well,
he's caught him there, it's a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. Kubasi. And it's Balde. Rafinha looking to receive it in space. Tacho is there to clear. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's well spotted. How Kubasi clears without hesitation. Barcelona do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 11, Rafinha, number 14,
Tacho
Karim
with the
Adeyemi,
clearance.
number 6, Gavi, number 22, coming on the field, number 32, Anthony Gordon, number 7, Ferran Torres, number 16,
And the pass is
Ferran
intercepted.
Lopez, number 17,
Promising position. He's picked his way through. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Pau Kubasi gets it clear. And he's heaved it away. Five minutes left on the clock.
Paris Saint-Germain can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock.
Tries a shot! A real chance and a real let-off. There to retrieve it. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Gordon in acres of space out wide. And he's taking no chances there. That's at the end. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Well, it's bubbling up very nicely here. A true showbiz occasion reserved for the football glitterati. And you wonder what its protagonists have up their sleeves. It feels like the only game. It's all about the here and the now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Two teams, Jim Beglin, with one common thought: to have their names on this famous trophy.
Bringing back memories for me, Peter. A chance to have your name in the club's history. Having had the privilege of experiencing this a fair few times in my own career, there really is nothing that compares. Once you get there, you want to keep coming back. I still feel like that now.
We are just getting started.
Look, we can only hope for a final that will be free-flowing and...
Tries a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, easy pickings there. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Well, that pass isn't the best. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, it's hard not to focus on Ousmane Dembele, a player of unbounded potential. Someone who can add real width and dynamism to any team thanks to his pace and all that ability on the ball. On a good day, he can really be unplayable coming inside.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And he cuts out the supply. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Neither side yet able to find the net. Nuno Mendes. He's shifting through the gears here. Chance for a shot! He's been taken down, and the referee has pointed at the spot. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. This for the lead. He scores for sure! Not much more than a formality.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Paris Saint-Germain have penetrated for the first time.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
He's picked his way through. Barcola! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Barcola certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Paris Saint-Germain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Dembele! No, not the best of headers. Marquinhos gathers from the goal kick. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. And they win it back again. Aimed beyond the defence.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Fabian Ruiz. Now that's well seen too. And he's there to belt it away. Great vision. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Oh, Kvaratskhelia! And he couldn't finish.
Well, I think the defence are probably going to come in for a rollicking after this, Peter. They got away with one there.
This ended up in no man's land. And he thumps it clear. Vitinha. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now, what about a counter-attack? It'll be a throw-in. Fabian Ruiz.
2 added minutes have been indicated.
Dembele. Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, he's found support out wide. Now, great chance! And it's in! And he has clawed them back into it. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be...
So we are halfway through this final. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So 45 minutes up. What are you thinking of the final to this point, Jim?
Well, I think it's been enjoyable. I think a good show of courage from both sides with players willing to have a go on the ball. I say keep at it. Let's keep the standard the way it is, and the next breakthrough should come sooner than later, I think.
Half-time then, just 45 minutes between us and the climax of it all. Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1.
Substitution for Paris Saint-Germain. Number 6, Idia Zabani. Coming on to replace him is number 33.
And we're underway. So we're all set for a tense second half of this final. That has been cut short. Paris Saint-Germain do appear to have made a half-time change.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
And the pass is intercepted. And he can thump it away. Fabian Ruiz, not the most accurate pass. But they've got it again. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just...
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. He's in desperate trouble here. It is red. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
He really ended up between a rock and a hard place then, Peter. Probably took the harder choice.
Oh, it's hit the post! And he can clear it away. Spread out to the left. Knocks it into space. Looking for options for movement. Can he finish? Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! How he wanted it, how the crowd willed it. That was a given, it always was.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Paris Saint-Germain with the lead. Oh, shooting chance! It's in! Not so easy, not so easy, they say. We are right back on level terms again. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Paris Saint-Germain dragged themselves back again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind.
Goes for a shot! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world. Paris Saint-Germain have their second corner now. Keeper's dealt with that. Takes a shot! Vozinha. Kvaratskhelia. Decent chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! The perfect narrative, the perfect outcome. Will there be a perfect ending?
Well, it's true when people say finals can take on a life of their own. I certainly wasn't expecting this, Peter. Don't think anything will surprise me from here.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Paris Saint-Germain have their lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
This is Dembele. Takes a shot. It's a loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. And another try. It's a goal. Incredible. There is still life in this final. It is level.
Yeah, I always felt that this was going to be tight as finals inevitably are. I'm sure we'll see plenty of twists and turns before we're done here, Peter.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left. It's Dembele! Foul right on the edge of the box. It could go either way here. Now, the referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Zaire Emery did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time. Dembele! He went for the khela. Taken back almost at once. So deadlock, and this is heading to spot kicks. So by accident or design, neither team is giving way.
Well, both managers would have preferred not to go this far, but here we are. It's about nerve control now.
So a massive effort from both sides, and their reward is the agony of penalties.